The biggest lie someone has ever told you is that it's too difficult. You are incapable of doing what you want. Your dreams will never come true. That is the biggest lie small-minded people will tell you. You have to believe in yourself, put consistency in, and practice your skills over and over and over, and you can become whatever the fuck you want. All right, on that note, what is going on, guys? Today I made $835 with NASDAQ futures. Today I'm gonna go over the price action today. It was a pretty simple day, if you ask me, if you know what to look for. I'm gonna show you the price action of what went down today. As you see here, we're going to the daily time frame to see out what I kind of marked out for our points of interest. All you're doing is stacking confluences and building a bias. That's simply all you're doing with trading. Especially in the higher time frames, the weekly, the daily, the 4-hour, or when the major points of interest should be marked out on your chart. As I said before, the higher the time frames, the stronger the bias may be with these different confluences. So let's just say the weekly has a fair value gap and the 30-minute has a fair value gap. The weekly will most likely be more respected than the 30-minute because it is a larger time frame and it will be respected more. So as you see here, we marked out these very important 4-hour fair value gaps, which happened here and here. I'll zoom in a little bit more so you can see. So these are very important points of interest that may or may not have anything to do with today's trade. This one did have to do with today's trade, the higher one around 19,133 to 18,990. So that was kind of where we started off, and that is where we kind of found our manipulation for today. Still, if anyone knows how to fix my chart, I hate scrolling back. But yeah, I do all my executions on the 1 minute. I kind of switch back from the 1 to the 5 to see if there's a 5-minute break of structure on the 5-minute. But today, everything happened on the 1 minute. All right, so for today, we marked out this, 4-hour fair value gap and this first fair value gap. Immediately at New York Open, it was bearish. It kind of dumped down, formed this kind of retracement, and then dumped down again. After this kind of manipulation happens, everything in here is a liquidity void, which means that I will basically look for a reversal off this because it's kind of peeking through. I count that as a liquidity sweep because the point of interest kind of comes down into it. It fills the whole fair value gap, but it leaves a little bit that's just peeking through the low-hanging fruit, I like to call it sometimes. So after you see this, I'm not bullish yet because I have no confluence yet besides this quote-unquote manipulation or liquidity sweep. So basically all I'm doing is I'm looking for previous price action and the price action after this to see if there's any bullish confluence that I can stack. So right here we form this inverse fair value gap. We kind of close right above it, this little body of the candle that does count, and then we come back into this inverse fair value gap, which disrespects any type of bearish order flow. Damn, can't even talk. Order flow. So that was the first kind of confluence that I found, and that also counted as a break of structure. So not this candle, but this candle, because the bodies of the candle went over this high. So yeah, that was 2 that we stacked up, 3 total. We have the liquidity void / manipulation, we have the inverse fair value gap, and we have the break of structure. The fourth and final confluence that I included in this trade today was this tiny little fair value gap that was formed. I saw that we're kind of leaving this open, so I took a trade off that, and it was a 1 to 2.28, or 1 to 2.82 risk to reward. It was 48 pips to the upside, 17 pips to the downside, and yeah, we kind of just basically wrote it up. It took 2 minutes to complete this trade. Pretty nice and easy. We didn't have to go through any type of drawdown at all. This was kind of close to our stop loss, you could say. But yeah, still little to no drawdown here. But yeah, that was just all the confluences that we stacked today. We have, once again, we have the manipulation, we have the liquidity void that was formed on the 4-hour, inverse fair value gap, break a structure, and then a fair value gap, which is what I took the trade off of. And we rode it all the way to the opposing liquidity right here. So the reason why I didn't want to trade all the way to the first fair value gap is because all of these inefficiencies may cause a reversal to the downside, because these, once again, are fair value gaps that could be respected. Let's just say that this was respected right here, it doesn't matter where, but it could have gone down, and that was why I was kind of scared. It was still $835, which was a pretty good trade. If I had to do this trade again, I wouldn't even go for the first fair value gap, which is where I like to take trades off of. But just because we had all this like inefficiency and imbalance right here, so that is kind of the trade I took today. I'll pop up a little screenshot at the end of the video. But yeah, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You just have to put in the work, and you will see results eventually. It will take time. Yeah, a little motivation for you guys today. But yeah, see you guys in the next one. Peace.